Most 5-year-olds were fighting coloring books or begging for ice cream. But me? I was busy trying to hack the Pentagon's firewall. Victoria! Jokes aside, it was just the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Hey, hi, how are ya? I'm Victoria, the only daughter of Silicon Valley's most iconic tech billionaire family. At 5, while my friends were being totally clueless, I wrote an algorithm to optimize the city's traffic. The result? Traffic dropped by 30% and I got a thank you letter from the mayor. But that was honestly nothing. See that butler robot making tea over there? That's SBot 1.0, my first prototype I gave my mom at 13. It doesn't just make tea, it will literally debate the theory of relativity with you all night long. My life was high-key the definition of a picture-perfect family. Dad was always super proud and Mom was just the gentlest soul ever. We were an unbeatable team. By 18, I was officially the CEO running the top AI project for my dad's empire, the Arthur Group. And that is exactly why Arthur Group's AI division will completely dominate the market this decade. And then there was Xavier, my dad's young strategic advisor and also my baby. He was literally the only person who could keep up with my brain and cool my hothead tendencies with his ridiculously chill vibe. Suddenly, my phone rings. It was Dad!
Victoria, the hospital, your mother, she...
Everything happened so fast we couldn't do anything. Mom didn't make it. It was a stroke. I had to push the pain down because my dad completely collapsed emotionally. I had to hold the family together. Though, to be honest, I was too numb to remember any of the guests. Except one. This random girl around my age with a super pale face, but stunningly pretty in a super fragile way. Dad took one look at her and went pale like he saw a ghost. He dropped everything and dragged her away. I quietly followed them and literally froze when I saw him, tightly hugging this total stranger. Dad, what are you doing?
Victoria, no, it's not what you think. This is...
Who are you? How could you just boldly... right here at my mom's funeral? Before I could even finish, she collapsed to the ground, gasping for air.
She isn't a stranger, Victoria. She's Hazel, your older sister. She has severe leukemia.
Older sister? Leukemia? What the fudge did I just hear? A few days later, when Hazel stabilized, Dad actually brought her home.
From now on, Hazel is staying here. I'm going to take care of her and make up for lost time. That's final.
He didn't even bother to explain where the sister magically popped out from. How was I supposed to accept a total stranger living with us? And you'd think she'd have some self-awareness. But out of 100 rooms in this mansion, she had to pick Mom's. You're not seriously going to agree to this, are you?
Victoria, don't be so selfish. Your sister needs a comfortable place to rest after her exhausting chemo sessions. Hazel, go ahead and move in.
But Mom's keepsakes were in there. How could Dad let a total stranger touch them? And right on cue, that very night, I heard a huge crash from Mom's room. Hazel shattered the snow globe with our family photo inside. I just wanted to dust it off. I didn't do it on purpose, Vic.
What is going on?
Dad, I'm so sorry. My hand suddenly lost all feeling. I couldn't hold on to it.
It's okay. It's just a lifeless object. All that matters is you're not hurt.
How could Dad be so heartless? Did he already forget that was Mom's most treasured thing? After the snow globe incident, I just chose to stay quiet. I buried myself in code, hoping my little tech oasis at the office would help me forget the suffocating vibe at home. But I was so naive. Dad, I'm so bored at home. Can I go to the company and learn from Vic? Just to observe? I promise I'll sit quietly in a corner. I went to object because the company wasn't a playground. But Dad shot me this fierce glare and forced me to bring her along to give the sick girl a change of scenery. Here we go again. I specifically told her to stay put, but Hazel, for some reason, was moving suspiciously fast. She was clumsily holding hot tea, and then suddenly she tripped over literal air. Oh no! Vic, I'm so sorry! And she somehow smashed the delete key, making my screen flash critical data deleted before going pitch black. What did you just do? This is the core data for the project. Months of the entire team's hard work. I just wanted to help wipe up the tea. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I have had it! Security, up to the AI lab right now! Please get this girl out of here! Right at that moment, the door flew open. Dad walked in with his whole board of directors. He didn't even glance at the black screen or let me explain a single word. He just immediately assumed I was this cold-blooded monster ruthlessly kicking my sick sister out on the street.
Effective immediately. Victoria is suspended as CEO of the AI project.
Dad, you can't do this! That is my life's work!
Consider this a lesson. Hazel, sweetie, once you're feeling better, you'll take over your sister's role coordinating the project. I believe you'll catch on super fast.
Jeez Louise, I was literally speechless. Stripped of my power right where I was most proud, right in front of my respected colleagues. In Dad's eyes now, all my hard work was literally worth less than one of her fake gasps for air. For the next few days, I locked my door, trapped myself in my room, and completely ghosted everyone. Then, someone knocked.
Vic, it's me. Can you open the door?
I hesitated, but finally opened it and dragged him inside to show him my recent investigation. 2 days ago, I low-key snuck a micro-drone the size of a fly into her room. And guess what? I got her rearranging her furniture like it was nothing, even effortlessly moving Mom's super heavy wooden trunk. No shortness of breath, no pain, nothing.
How could a leukemia patient possibly?
Oh, it gets better. I hacked straight into the hospital system where Dad took her. You know what? The whole leukemia thing is a perfect scam. Her actual medical record is completely clean without a single abnormal white blood cell. She's faking it to manipulate Dad's pity.
If Hazel isn't sick, then what is her actual motive for moving into your house?
Without wasting another second, Xavier and I took all the ironclad proof straight to Dad's office. I had this sort of aha moment where I thought he'd be shocked, furious at Hazel, and realize how badly he messed up. But nope, he didn't even glance at the evidence for a single second.
You secretly put a camera in your own sister's room? Victoria, you are crossing the line!
He completely brushed everything off, forbade me from invading Hazel's privacy, and basically kicked us both out. I literally didn't get it. How could a veteran businessman like my dad blindly ignore such obvious proof?
Your dad's reaction is highly irrational. There's definitely something hidden behind all this.
Xavier started digging deep into Dad's financial reports, and then we found it. A steady sum of money being transferred every single month for the past 20 years. Child support. We quickly tracked down the recipient to a middle-aged woman living in the suburbs. We had to get to her.
I am his first wife, and Hazel is his firstborn flesh and blood.
Through her broken story, I learned Hazel was actually born with leukemia, but instead of fighting alongside his family, my dad chose the most cowardly way out. He got sick of the hospital scene and was terrified of the burden, so he completely abandoned them to chase money and fame. For 20 years, he just tossed them a monthly check to wash away his guilt, absolutely never wanting anything to do with them again.
So, Hazel's leukemia, she was cured years ago, but the thing that never healed was her heart.
She led us into Hazel's childhood bedroom, and I was literally paralyzed. Boiling hatred was carved into every single scratch on the walls. For all these years, while I was living like a literal princess in a glamorous mansion, Hazel was fighting the line between life and death in poverty and isolation. She beat the illness, but the extreme jealousy of her perfect little sister and the deep hatred for our deadbeat dad turned her into a monster. And she found her way here to completely destroy our family. And my dad, he walked straight into her trap. He wasn't defending Hazel out of pity. He was defending her out of pure fear, terrified that his filthy past would be exposed. Driving home, my brain was totally empty. That picture-perfect family label I'd fought so hard to protect was actually rotten to the core. It was time to pull the plug on this. Enough, Dad. It's time to drop this happy family act. I know absolutely everything.
What game are you playing now, Victoria? I forbade you from...
I just got back from seeing your first wife, the woman you dumped at the hospital with Hazel 20 years ago. I watched his perfect facade crumble. Every lie, every ounce of cowardice completely dragged out into the light.
Victoria, listen to me.
Suddenly, he tightly grabbed his chest. The absolute shame, the guilt, and the shock of being exposed were just too much for his heart. He stumbled and collapsed straight onto the floor. Dad, what's wrong? Ambulance sirens started blaring and the paramedics rushed in to take him away. And amidst all the chaos, I shockingly realized Hazel had completely vanished. Dad just got admitted to the hospital and my phone started blowing up. News from the company. Hazel was calling an emergency board meeting. Turns out she'd manipulated Dad into signing a whole stack of authorization papers so she could take over the Arthur group. But I didn't even flinch. I immediately had Xavier track down all her shady transactions and legal loopholes. There had to be a paper trail. Right when the board meeting started, I kicked the doors open with the proof Xavier compiled, completely shattered her fake authorization, and successfully took back my family's legacy. As for Hazel, she completely failed and suffered utter humiliation. Honestly, I felt bad for her. No matter what, she was also just a victim of my dad's cowardice. Hazel! Wait! It doesn't have to be this way. Dad was wrong, but you still have the right to let it go and save yourself. Just walk away from this. Walk away? It's too late, Vic. It's way too late for me, and way too late for all of us. And just like that, she walked out those doors, blended into the busy crowd, and vanished from my life forever. A few months later, things went back to normal. Xavier and I are solidly holding down the family legacy. But deep down, I knew there was still this massive void in our family that needed fixing. Looking at the guy who used to be the most powerful person in my life, now just lying weak in a hospital bed, I realized holding on to resentment literally solves nothing. Running from the past just creates more deeply wounded Hazels. The only thing we can actually do is bravely face it. Once you're better, let's go find her mom. We have to learn how to make things right, Dad.
Ready? Let's go! Woohoo! Yep, that was me, Maeve, celebrating my 12th birthday. And looking at me back then, you'd never guess that when I was 3, I'd been in a coma for 8 months. When I finally woke up, my mom cried like the world was ending. And my dad, he swore he'd never say no to me ever again. Which basically meant I got breakfast in bed every morning like an actual princess. I got Muffin, the cutest mini pony on earth, and oh my gosh, VIP tickets to the Zombies tour! Malachi, I love you so much! But then, just a few days after my birthday, my little brother Jace was born. And just like that, all those privileges were gone. The baby needs sleep.
The baby needs food!
The baby needs a diaper! It was like the whole house switched to baby first mode. And when Jace turned 5, it got even worse. The kid followed me everywhere. I walked, he followed. I sat, he climbed on me. I closed my door, and he banged on it like he's chasing bad guys or something. Oh my gosh, I just wanted some space. After complaining a million times, my parents finally gave in. Maybe we should hire a babysitter. Yes, finally. That's when our very own Mary Poppins showed up. Hi, I'm Elise. I'm 14. Sorry, what? This is the babysitter? Honestly, my parents looked unsure too. I mean, who lets a 14-year-old watch a 5-year-old? But then Jace suddenly started screaming for no reason. Elise immediately crouched down in front of him. Hey, little monkey, do you know this song? It goes, ba 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 na na, ba 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 na na, banana, potato na. Jace cracked up instantly. I swear, it was actual magic. My little brother's pretty fussy too. My parents are always busy, so I'm kind of used to this. Wow, you're really good with kids.
That's it, she's hired.
From that day on, every single day at 3:30 p.m., Elise rang the doorbell right when I got home, ready to flop on the couch, eat Cheetos, and binge Love Island. You two go rest. I've got him. My parents didn't hesitate. They disappeared upstairs like they'd escaped prison. 2 gentle pats later, Jace was asleep like a puppy. Elise cleaned so fast I didn't even notice my hoodie had vanished from the floor. Then she cooked dinner, like real dinner. So good my dad almost cried. Oh, you're like the daughter I never had. Hello? I was sitting right there. Winter break started and I told myself it was time to reconnect as a family. Step 1, decorating the Christmas tree together. So I went to my room to grab the decorations, and Elise was already there, wearing my scarf my dad gave me, using my lipstick my mom bought for me. Excuse me, what are you doing in my room? Oh, Maeve, I just wanted to know what it feels like to live like you. Didn't your parents teach you not to touch other people's stuff? Elise stopped smiling. Her face stayed calm, but her voice turned cold. No, Maeve. You of all people wouldn't understand. Not everyone gets your life. A room of their own, a complete family, nothing to worry about. I'm desperate for a life like yours, and I'll do anything to get it. Even replace you. The room felt empty, like all the air disappeared. I ran downstairs and told my parents everything, but before I could finish, Elise appeared behind me looking completely broken. What the? I'm sorry. My parents abandoned me. I don't have a home anymore. I don't have anyone.
Oh no, you poor thing.
Maybe letting Elise stay with us for a while is okay.
Stay where? Your room's big enough, Maeve. Elise can share with you. And before I could even argue, Elise had already taken half my room. From that day on, my life turned into a nightmare. One morning, she was using my Dyson hairdryer, the one I hid at the back of my drawer. That afternoon, she ate all my Cheetos, left the bag empty, and stuck a note on it.
I thought you didn't want these anymore.
And at night, I caught her reading my diary like it was Cosmopolitan magazine.
Ooh, does Jaden at school know your dream about him riding a unicorn to take you out for bubble tea every night?
I lost it and ran to my parents. But when they came back, Elise was already holding Jace, humming softly, looking like an angel. My parents looked at her, then at me.
Maeve, don't be so harsh. Elise is very considerate.
I was speechless. Using Jace as a shield? That crossed the line. No way. I had to win my brother back. That night, I secretly ordered Jace's favorite early Christmas gift, Robo Dino 5000. I even wrapped it myself in blue paper, his favorite color. But the next morning when Jace opened it, the robot fell apart, smoking like a monster.
I don't like it. I'm not playing with Maeve anymore.
Just then, Elise walked in holding a Robo Dino, the exact same one, brand new. Jace's face lit up instantly. Wait, that's the one I bought. She stole it from me.
No, that's not true. I bought it myself with my babysitting money. I just wanted Jace to be happy.
Maeve, why are you acting like this?
Stop picking fights for no reason.
What? Why did no one believe me? If that's how it was, I'd prove I could be thoughtful too. So I secretly took my parents' wedding rings and brought them to a jewelry shop to get them polished. Couldn't imagine how surprised they'd be when they saw them shiny and new again. When I was done, I put the rings back exactly where they belonged. Then I waited, excited. But when my parents opened the jewelry box, it was empty. No way!
Maeve!
I swear I didn't. Elise! It was her! As if it had been scripted, Elise appeared in the doorway.
I saw Maeve throw your rings out the window.
What?
I searched everywhere to find them because I knew they were important to you.
Shut up! Mom, Dad, you can't seriously believe her!
That's enough, Maeve. You can't keep blaming Elise every time you mess up.
Go to your room. You're grounded.
I stood there completely frozen. Why was this happening? That night, I couldn't sleep. My chest felt tight, full of anger and injustice. Then I heard my parents talking downstairs.
I don't know her anymore. She's getting more and more rebellious.
I looked into some boarding schools, places for teens who are hard to manage. Maybe that kind of environment would suit Maeve right now.
Hard to manage? They talked about me like I was a burden. What if I wasn't their real daughter? That would explain how easily they could just send me away. The next morning, while my parents were at work, I quietly snuck into my dad's office and searched through every drawer. And then I found it. An old yellowed envelope stamped with the name Sunshine Orphanage. Inside were child transfer documents being signed by my parents. But what shocked me to my core was the date. It matched the exact time when I was in a coma at age 3. My parents had sent a different child of theirs to the orphanage, which meant I had another sibling I never knew about. My heart dropped. I ran straight to the address on the envelope. The nun there greeted me kindly, and when I showed her the papers,
Ah, yes, I remember that little girl. At the time, your parents were struggling financially. They couldn't afford to care for the child.
Financial struggles? Of course. Back then, they were spending everything to keep me alive. It was me. Because of me, that baby, my sister, was left behind.
Later, they did come back to take the child home, but she had already been adopted. After that, we lost contact.
I went home feeling heavy and sick inside. I wanted to talk to my parents, but Elise stayed glued to them, laughing, making them smile like a perfect family. I'd just wait then. The next day, my parents went out again, leaving Elise to watch Jace. I stayed in my room trying to process everything, until Elise suddenly burst in, pale as a ghost. Maeve! Jace! Jace is gone! I ran downstairs. The front door was wide open. The yard was empty. We split up searching the neighborhood, shouting his name until our voices were gone, asking everyone we passed. Then, in a quiet corner of the nearby park, I saw a small figure curled up under a tree. It was Jace. His face was burning red, sweat everywhere. He'd passed out from a fever. I picked him up and called Elise immediately. We rushed to the hospital. Later, when Jace finally stabilized, my parents arrived. They didn't say a word to Elise, but the look in their eyes said everything, equal parts worry and disappointment. I looked at Elise. For the first time, she looked truly terrified, afraid my parents would abandon her too. And suddenly, the image of that baby left at the orphanage flashed in my mind. My chest tightened. Hey, they're not blaming you. Don't. I don't need your pity. That night, while my parents were handling Jace's discharge papers, I stepped into the hallway to get some air. And that's when I saw Elise, talking to the nun from Sunshine Orphanage? She looked completely shaken. The second she saw me, she turned and ran.
Oh, Maeve, you're here?
Sister, do you know Elise?
I suppose there's no point in hiding it anymore. Listen, Elise is that little girl your parents sent to the orphanage back then.
Everything went silent. The nun's words echoed in my head, and suddenly, everything made sense. Elise hadn't just stumbled into our family, she'd found us. The jealousy, the obsession with my life, the need to replace me. She was pouring all her pain of being abandoned onto me, because in her eyes, my parents chose me over her. I ran home after Elise, my heart pounding. The moment I opened the door, I heard crashing upstairs. I rushed up and froze. Elise was destroying everything in her room. Elise, stop! I know everything now. My words didn't reach her at all. Elise kept tearing everything apart until the room looked like a battlefield. Right then, the front door opened. My parents came back from the hospital carrying Jace. The second Elise heard their footsteps, all that rage vanished, replaced by a shaking, terrified look, like a kid being bullied. I'm so scared. Maeve totally snapped and destroyed all my things. She said it was my fault Jace got hurt, that she didn't want me here for even one more second. My parents looked at me. Their eyes were heavy, disappointed in a way that made my chest cave in.
Maeve, did you do this?
Tell us, was it you?
I stood there in the wreckage. Elise was crying into herself. My parents waited for my answer. And this time, I didn't fight back. Yes, I did. My mom covered her mouth. My dad just closed his eyes like he was letting out a long, tired breath. That silence hurt more than any scolding ever could. If you think I should go to boarding school, then I'll go. My parents froze. They had no idea I'd overheard their conversation, but I knew exactly what I was doing. If stepping away could make Elise feel safer, then I would do it. Maybe this was the only way to make up for what I'd unknowingly taken from her all those years ago. The next morning, before getting into the car for boarding school, I left a letter on the dining table. I told my parents the truth, everything Elise hadn't been brave enough to say. I admitted how selfish I'd been, how I took their love for granted, how I'd never really appreciated my family the way I should have. And at the end, I promised that when I came back, I'd be different, a real big sister, a daughter they could trust. Life at the boarding school moved slowly, each day cutting through me with a kind of sharp clarity. There were no privileges anymore, no arguments, no one else to blame. It was just me, face to face with the person I really was. When I finally finished the program, my parents and Jace came to pick me up. The moment they hugged me, it felt like home again. And then I saw Elise standing behind them. She hesitated, then stepped forward. Maeve, I'm really sorry. I didn't let her finish. I pulled her into a hug, holding her tight. Her tears soaked into my shoulder. It's okay. I'm home now. Hey guys, I'm Charlotte. You could totally pick me out of a crowd by my big curly orange hair, round like a pumpkin, and my obsession with all things pumpkin themed from head to toe. But even though I'm all bright and bold at home, I'm pretty much invisible.
Charlotte! What the fudge are you standing there for? Get in here and help me clean up! Honestly, what a waste of space.
Yeah, coming, Mom. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more of my story. So, my mom was this super famous model, like everyone admired her. And my dad was the head accountant at a big company. But after I was born, Mom quit modeling to focus on our family. Dad always inspired me to learn, though. We could talk for hours about the most random stuff, and I loved it.
Are you two seriously still talking?
Are you gonna eat lunch or just nerd out forever? All this studying won't make you rich. Ugh, you both look like such a mess. Mom's frustration only got worse, and my parents started arguing all the time. Then one day, my dad got into a ton of debt. Mom kicked him out immediately, and that was the last time I ever saw him. The only thing that kept me going was the thought that he was still with me, in a way, through my hair and pumpkin clothes. Dad and I both had a thing for pumpkins. Before I knew it, Mom got remarried and we moved into this fancy house. My new stepdad was a fashion freak with his own clothing brand, always obsessed with luxury. He and Mom were like a perfect match. They even had a daughter, Ashley. From that day on, I officially became the extra in my own family. They turned my room into Ashley's playroom and shoved me up into the attic. Why, stepdad, why?
Look at you, pumpkin. You don't fit in with us, you ugly country bumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Seriously? Just look at your hair and outfit.
Her hair reminds me of my ex-husband. I hate it. As I got older, the distance between us only grew. Ashley was being raised like a fashion icon while I was more like their maid. They were constantly buying designer clothes. Pumpkin, can you move any slower? And they'd spend hours posing in front of the mirror, snapping endless photos. Come on, Pumpkin, hold it steady. Jeez. Yeah, I'm trying. But of course, I lost my balance and face planted right there.
You guys should probably hire a real assistant. This one's way too clumsy.
Wait, I'm not a... Oh yeah, she's just, a little slow. And Ashley made my life miserable. She stuck gum in my hair, tried to shave my eyebrows, and blamed me for everything.
My $100,000 vase! You're not getting dinner tonight, pumpkin!
But stepdad, it wasn't me! It was Ashley!
You really need to stop lying, for real!
I told Mom hoping she'd have my back, but nope, she just scolded me harder. I felt so alone. Maybe it was because I hadn't done anything to make them proud, while Ashley kept getting featured in magazines and winning fashion awards. So I threw myself into studying, entering every competition I could. What are you even doing? If you've got time to study, you've got time to clean. Studying won't get you anywhere. I ignored her and thought if I accomplished something big, maybe she'd see me differently. But when I won first place in the Math Olympiad, a chess gold medal, and the city's spelling bee, all they did was shrug.
What's the point of all this? Does it make money?
Sis, maybe you should invest in your looks instead. You're a total mess.
Just then, a group of reporters showed up outside our house for an interview, and as usual, they shoved me up into the attic like I didn't exist. After it was all over, they suddenly came looking for me. We can't keep hiding you away like this forever.
Yeah, it's time.
So from now on, you're gonna have to change your whole style to match ours. All this pumpkin nonsense, gone.
With an extra person in the family, we'll be able to get even more ad deals.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even have time to react before they left, all grinning like they had just won the lottery or something. The next day, before I could even agree or not, they whisked me off for a complete makeover. First, let's deal with that mop on your head.
Ugh, what are you doing, Mom? Put this on.
Why is it so short? Afterward, my stepdad grabbed his camera and told me to try posing. But all I managed were these goofy faces that made them shake their heads in disappointment. That day, they made me skip school to train me in modeling. I felt weird about it, but thought maybe this was my chance to fit in with the family. So I went along with it. But when I got there, the bright lights and all the people crowding around me made it hard to breathe. I tripped and fell on the red carpet. Everyone laughed and my family pretended not to know me. Thank goodness a cute guy came over and helped me up. But before I could say thanks, he disappeared. After the disaster, they cut off my allowance, so I had to find a part-time job. Wandering around town, I spotted a cute flower shop with a help wanted sign, so I went in, and surprise, it was the guy from before. Hi.
Are you here to buy flowers? We've got to buy one. Get one free deal.
Actually, I'm broke. I'm here to apply for the job.
Oh, right. Let me call the manager.
I got hired pretty quickly and started getting to know the staff. His name was Easton, 22 years old, and a pretty experienced employee at the shop.
He's the chairman's son. His family owns a fashion company, but he prefers working here.
It just so happened that Easton and I worked the same shifts, so he helped me out a lot. After work, we'd grab dinner together or stay out drinking until morning. He was shocked when I brought up our first encounter at the red carpet event.
Yeah, my dad made me go, so I didn't care much.
Your dad?
Yeah, he's in the fashion industry. He's always busy, so we barely talk. Anytime there's a chance to go together, I just tag along.
Why didn't you get into fashion like him?
Because I just don't like it. I like flowers. Sure, my dad nags me to get into fashion, but he doesn't really push too hard when he sees me doing my thing.
That sounds amazing. I wish my life was like that. And with that, I spilled my whole life story and he totally understood. We grew close and started dating. We'd go to this familiar pub and talk until we lost track of time. No matter how people judged me, Easton always said I was the most beautiful girl. Even though I was still invisible at home, I was happy to have someone who cared.
I think I should probably meet your parents. Maybe I can help change their minds, you know?
I hesitated, but eventually agreed. I told my parents, and believe it or not, they were overjoyed.
Yes, finally. You can't just keep being this brainy girl who only studies.
Exactly. You need to date more, get some experience, you know? Meet a bunch of guys. Having a boyfriend is fun.
Is he blind or what? Dating you? That day we invited Easton over for dinner. He was so thoughtful, bringing a bouquet of flowers and a fancy bottle of wine.
Hey there, princess.
But the second my family saw him, they all froze, eyes wide in shock.
What the waffles is this kid doing here?
Get out of my house now!
Easton's face went pale.
No need to kick me out. I'm leaving on my own. Coming here was the worst mistake I've ever made.
With that, he stormed off and I tried to chase after him, but my stepdad and mom held me back. What the heck are you doing, Mom?
Do you even know who he is? That guy's dad is your stepdad's business rival. His dad nearly ruined us.
Oh my gosh, so you were planning to bring a snake into our house, Pumpkin? No way, no way, no way! From that point on, my parents forbade me from seeing Easton. I kept trying to contact him secretly, but he never replied, and he hadn't shown up for work for a week. That night, I snuck out to our usual pub. I scanned the room, and there he was, sitting in the corner. Oh, so you're drinking without me now.
Yeah, I guess that's the price I pay. Today's martini tastes extra bitter.
Why have you been avoiding me?
I knew your toxic family would ban you from seeing me, so I thought I'd step away for a while to make it easier for you.
Then Easton told me the truth my stepdad had been hiding. My stepdad and Easton's dad used to work together, but my stepdad got greedy, stole an idea from Easton's dad, and started his own company. Easton's dad sued, nearly destroying my stepdad's career. I always knew my stepdad wasn't a good person, but I didn't realize it was this bad.
You need to get out of that house, Charlotte. The sooner, the better.
But that's still my family and my mom.
You call that a family? Look at how they treat you.
But she's still my mom. If I don't have her, I'll have no one.
You have me.
Then he gave me the sweetest kiss I'd ever had. Easton walked me home, but of course, just as we were nearing the house, Ashley spotted us. What the fudge was she even doing out this late? Oh, so you're sneaking around behind their backs? Mom, Dad! The end result? I got grounded and my chores doubled. But I didn't care. I just went on strike. Like seriously, it was Christmas. Who has time for that? Hey, get your butt up and clean the house. My friends are coming over tonight and don't you dare show your face. You'll embarrass us. What the flipping flapjacks? Mom, Pumpkin isn't doing the chores. Why don't you do it, you brat? What did you just say? And then Ashley lunged at me, yanking my hair. I'd had enough. I fought back, and soon we were rolling around, pulling each other's hair and screaming until Mom and Stepdad showed up.
That's it. Get out of my house. Now!
Yeah. Just leave. Go!
Fine, I'll leave. But trust me, you'll pay for this. I know exactly what kind of liar you are. And Mom, I'm your daughter, but you've treated me like garbage. And you, Ashley, you're nothing but a pretty face with no brains. I stormed out, tears finally spilling over. I ran through the snowy streets, feeling like the little match girl, alone and homeless. Through the windows, I saw families together, warm and happy. My heart ached. I collapsed onto the sidewalk and sobbed.
Come on, kiddo. Let's go.
Easton? He didn't ask me anything. He didn't make me talk. He just held my hand and walked with me through the streets. I moved into the dorms and focused on my studies, determined to get into college. Easton cheered me on the whole way. Things were peaceful for a while, but suddenly, my mom, stepdad, and Ashley started showing up at the dorm, one after another, bringing flowers and gifts, begging me to come home. I was so confused. Turns out, a paparazzi had captured a video of me being kicked out on Christmas Eve.
and since they couldn't agree on a price, the footage got leaked. Just go. I'm done with all of you.
Charlotte, please come home.
Wow, you actually remember my name now? Why are you even lowering yourself for this ugly thing? Let me handle her. Ashley lunged at me like she always did, but this time I stayed calm. I knew exactly how to handle it. Long story short, they ended up being dragged down to the police station. Sure, I got a few bruises, but it was worth it. For the next few days, Easton visited me constantly, taking care of me.
You're pretty brave, you know?
Well, how else was I supposed to expose them for what they really are?
Next time, don't take on the whole toxic family by yourself, okay? It's not a good look, kiddo.
Just then, someone I never expected walked in.
Charlotte, sweetheart, I finally found you. Oh, that curly hair. I thought you'd hate it and get rid of it by now. Who's this guy?
He's my dad! Dad! And then Dad told me everything. He used to be an accountant at my stepdad's company, but when the business got into trouble, my stepdad pinned the whole thing on him. Dad avoided jail but was left drowning in debt. Apparently, my mom had been with my stepdad even before the divorce and was just waiting for the right time to jump ship. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Even worse, I saw that despite everything they'd done, that family was still posting vacation photos and living it up. I was livid. I'm going to get back at them.
You don't have to, sweetheart. Karma will get them sooner or later. If it's not us, someone else will make them pay.
Sure enough, a while later, Stepdad's company got exposed for stealing designs. Their overpriced, cheap products got them canceled. Their fancy house? Gone. I didn't even care to find out what happened to Mom and Ashley. Whatever it wasn't my problem anymore. I got into college, walking across campus with my pumpkin hair, grinning with quiet confidence. I knew I was beautiful in my own unique way. I had brains, something not everyone could boast. Thanks, Dad. It's because of your wisdom and the motivation you gave me that I'm here today.
You should thank that boy too. I think he had a pretty big role in this.
I immediately ran to Easton and threw my arms around him.
Congrats, girl. You totally.
Shut up and kiss me now.